let's just dive into it. Let's get into it. Let's not make this any more uncomfortable than it has to be. Yo, Rich, let's have a conversation. I don't even really think that you having problems with your Instagram family. I think that you know that I sent you an Instagram message to actually be able to have a real life conversation, whether it be a live stream, we could do it on your platform, or we can do it on my platform, or we can do it in person. I have no problems with that whatsoever. Listen, I'm not saying that nothing didn't happen to his Instagram. I'm just saying it's just so happened to be a coincidence that when I send Rich a message, and I'm not going to tell y'all what the message is because that's just between me and Rich. When I sent Rich a message, somehow, some way, all of a sudden, something was wrong with his Instagram and he never checked my message. Every day, Rich be on here talking about get your free Weeble, send me an Instagram message, and I'm going to get right back to you in order to send you the Weeble. Anybody that sends me a message on Instagram or whatever like that, get in touch with me. And now all of a sudden, he don't check messages on Instagram. Now, you may be asking yourself, Anton, Rich is a good guy. I agree. I thought he was a good guy. And then I changed my mind. I've been on this campaign to do good things, avoid confrontation, and making sure that I only collaborated and I had conversations with people that can add value into what it is that we're doing over here at the Millionaire Morning Show. But Rich, you passive aggressive OG, and this is the reason why I have so much smoke for the people that came before us, because they want you to do good, but just not better than them. They want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. And somebody said, Anton, but Rich got more subscribers than you. I said, apparently you haven't checked our views and my watch time. Apparently you haven't checked the views and watch, because subscribers can be deceiving. But the views and the watch time is a little bit different. And I used to like Rich. Richard Fain. See, I say his name. He don't say my name because he just slick talk and throw underhanded jabs when he said that he wasn't going to do it. I'm going to get there. Let me slow cook for a minute. This is going to be a little bit longer of a show than y'all used to, but we going to really get down to business, because maybe some of you are new and maybe some of you aren't new, but apparently you're not really familiar with how I get down over here at the Millionaire Morning Show. See, the Anton that you've been experiencing for the past 6 to 8 months is different than the Anton that I used to be, and so I'm not that far removed. We really going to get there today. We going to get there. We're going to get there. Now, I don't even believe that this conversation, because some of you may be new, so let me bring you up to speed, and then we're going to go ahead and show you the clips. I don't really think that y'all know where this started. I'm going to tell you where I think that it started. Now, you know I review all content as it relates to things that are relevant, getting back to the money, right? And Rich would have you to believe that he was just commenting on and having a conversation about what me and Earn Your Leisure said about what we think wealth is, which Rich preaches financial freedom. And that's cool. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Let me cook. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Rich preaches financial freedom, but the conversation that me and EYL and Ian Dunlap was having was wealth. Now, Rich decided that he wanted to review what we said about the conversation in a CNBC article that was released, as far as them saying what they think wealth is, right? All sounds cool, right? And in that video, he said, you know what? I have nothing against these brothers, but this is where I seen the information on the Millionaire Morning Show. And I also seen Earn Your Leisure, and I'm sure that they're giving you good information, but that is not what financial freedom is. And this is not wealth. And most black people are never going to get there. And so we need to have a conversation and a come to Jesus moment that What financial freedom is what you feel like it is. And as long as you're able to have passive income in order to be able to support your lifestyle, that's what financial freedom is. That's the Cliff Notes. And that's essentially what he said, word for word, no cap. But see, a lot of people think that that's where the conversation started. I don't believe so. I know that these people watch what we do over here at the Millionaire Morning Show. And I believe that the conversation started with Jay Morrison. Gangsta love, let me get there. You keep saying he's not my enemy. I'm going to show you what people are, why he very well may be my enemy. I'm going to get right down to it, because the thing about us is that we don't play no games, and we just going to call a spade a spade. I believe that the conversation started when I reviewed a video, because I review all videos. When I reviewed a video and he was starting a fund called the Prime Fund, okay? I criticized the timing of Richard Fain. I gave him credence. I gave him props. I said that I think that Richard Fain is a good guy. I believe that he gives good information. We're in two different spaces as the type of information or how we decide that we want to portray that information over to the people. But when I criticized the timing and I said, listen, this probably don't make sense, and this is not a good look for him to say that he don't know who Jay Morrison is, and now that he's getting pushback from the people, and the people are saying that we don't necessarily rock with a fund because we don't trust what the people that came before you did it, which is not Richard Fain's fault. But I still criticize the idea that he fronted and acted like he didn't know who Jay Morrison was. But then at the same time, he was saying that I'm not like them. That's my opinion. I still gave him props. And then he came over and he commented on what it is that he thought that wealth was. So he was waiting for his end in order to have a conversation and saying what he want to say, right? So let's deep dive into it. A lot of people, I did a video over the weekend and I said that I was going to address him. And people said, Anton, you reaching. Anton, you reaching. And that's not true. White content creators beef too. They said, Anton, you reaching. He's not talking about you on that recent video that he did. Just a little bit of clip that you played us. That's not necessarily him criticizing you. Okay, well, let's deep dive into it. This is going to be a little bit longer of a show, so I want you guys to buckle in. And I want to present to you the information. And see, just because somebody don't necessarily mention your name, don't mean that they not talking aggressively and trying to down you. I never said nothing negative about Rich a day in my life. Always loved him. Absolutely looked at him as an OG. Loved what he'd been doing on YouTube. Loved all of the information that he had been giving people. But I disagreed with his perspective about what financial freedom is and what wealth is. And he took that to mean something. And I think that it came along with the fact that he don't want you to get there faster than he got there. They gatekeepers. It's a reason why I called this show Gatekeepers today, because you always going to see the fangs when they open up their mouth. Even what they try to present to you is going to be completely different. But I'm going to show you why Richard Fain is a hypocrite. I had a conversation with somebody, Yaki Awakened. A lot of y'all may know him. He's really big on Instagram. I did an interview with him over the weekend. I'm going to be dropping that in the Patreon this week. They want you to do good. They just don't want you to do better than them. I'm not going to see. Let me tell you the difference. I'm going to preface this by saying this last thing. I'm never going to talk negative about somebody personally. But I will address when somebody wants to call you out negatively once they said that they wasn't going to do that. He said out of his mouth, I have nothing bad to say about somebody and this and that and so on and so forth. And then he went ahead and he did it. That is the message that he preached. He said that he above board. He said that he support people. But I'm going to show you why this passive aggressive BS is just not going to fly going into 2024. We are different. We not going to have that conversation, and we not going to let people call us out and be passive aggressive while also being a hypocrite. But I'm different. I'm not going to talk about him personally. I'm not going to tell you not to subscribe to him. He has good information, but I'm going to show you why you're a hypocrite.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the...
Let me get past the advertisements and the Weeble. We're going to go past that. We're going to get right to it.
Funded your Weeble account. And I'm going to go ahead and send you that Weeble tutorial video. Clothing. You got a lot of people out here telling you what financial freedom should be for you. I've always told you guys, man, financial freedom is about you. You determine what financial freedom means to you. You determine what wealth is, not somebody else, not some guy on YouTube because he's wearing a Rolex watch and is taking first class trips to exotic locations. Don't let that person tell you what financial freedom should mean to you. You should.
We gonna get down to it, or we gonna get down to it? At least say my name. At least say my name. Don't come with this passive aggressive bullshit on me and then act. Why y'all always want me to stand down when I'm just the person that's responding? Do you see me talking about his hat? Do you see me talking about the fact that he don't have no mustache or he probably can't be trusted? Or do y'all want to continue to go down this pathway? We really want to have this conversation, or we going to have a conversation? Stop telling me not to respond when people want to diss me. Stop telling me not to play the game when people want to throw these shots at me. Please stop telling me to be quiet. Don't tell me what white content creators do. Tell them to stop throwing shots and then I'll stop responding. Let me continue to play the game.
You should reserve that right for yourself. Now, I'm not telling you not to listen to folks and get information. Yes, you definitely get you some information that can get you to financial freedom. But take that information and you turn it into what you believe is financial freedom, not what someone else believes what financial freedom is, right? That's what you got to do. You got to take that information and decide for yourself, what does financial freedom mean to me? And then you have to decide, what type of lifestyle do I want? And how much passive income will I need in order to have that lifestyle? You notice I said passive income, not active income. See, a lot of folks out here on these social media platforms are talking about financial freedom, but they ain't even at financial freedom. Why do I say that? Because without your clicks, without you buying into their Patreons,
y'all want me to be quiet or y'all want to continue going? Am I still reaching? Am I still reaching? Or will I be teaching today? See, I got time today. I cleared my afternoon because I got time today. I cleared my afternoon because I got time today. Am I still reaching, or are we going to get down to business? Say my name, Rich. Say my name. Don't sneak diss me. You say it to my face. Say my name, Rich. This video is about me. Let's just keep it 100. Let's put it out there.
they're super chats. They don't live the lifestyle that they live. You pay for it. And I'm not knocking that hustle. If you get value from it, then continue paying for a Patreon. Continue doing super chats, doing live streams. That's on you. But don't get it twisted. That's not passive income for those folks. Passive income is about assets that actually generate income with you doing nothing. That's freedom. So just be careful who you're out here listening to, telling you what financial freedom should be for you. Just because, $100,000 a month is your financial freedom, don't mean.
Are we still disillusioned as to what we talking about now? Or are we going to actually get down to business? Are we still disillusioned about who we talking about right now, or are we going to get down to business? See, this, you got to keep your grass cut low. You got to get the snakes out of the grass. You got to pay attention to what people are communicating. I've never, ever in my life told you guys not to rock with Rich, that he wasn't a good dude, personally attacked him, or went after him. Stop telling me to address when somebody is saying something negative about me. Don't hold me accountable for how I respond. Hold me accountable for what I initiate, but not for how I respond. Let me go ahead and play the rest of the video, and I'm going to let you guys make an assessment before we really get down to it.
It's my financial freedom. So don't get caught up in this trap where, oh, you should always strive to be in the top 1%. Listen, bro, if that's what you want to strive to do, then strive for it. But it ain't necessary. It ain't necessary, man. Find out what's important to you. Stop letting somebody else on social media,
like you, Rich,
tell you what your financial freedom is. Stop. Don't allow that. You need to dig down deep inside yourself and have a conversation with yourself and figure out what's important to you financially. And then you got to put a roadmap, a financial pathway together to get there. You listen to some joke on YouTube and on TikTok and on Instagram, that's not going to get you to your financial freedom. It might entertain you, right? You might get some laughs, and the guy might be charismatic. He may be very engaging when it comes to conversations through live streams and video. That's great. But guys, you can't be entertained all your life. You can't be a consumer all your life, because you're going to end up one day regretting that. Active income is not going to last forever. At some point, you're not going to be able to trade time for money. Then what you going to do?
We going to let it play out. We not going to speed it up. We not going to do none of that. We going to let it play out 100%, because I want to be very, very clear about where I stand and where we going with this, all right?
You're going to go back to that YouTuber and have them mentor you? Listen, man, mentoring is fine. But let me tell you something. Most mentors try to mentor you into who they are. Not into who you should be. Right? That's what most mentors do. Oh yeah, I took this guy under my wing, and he was making X amount of dollars, and took him under my wing and mentored him. Now he's making, almost 7 figures a year. That's what I can do for my... Listen, man.
Is that not exactly what I said word for word when we were talking about Ray Sean? Y'all remember the live stream that we just did? And I was specifically highlighting how Ray Sean... Is that not word for word what I said? I just want to be very, very clear that your heroes and the people that y'all think are above board, they dirty. The difference between me and them, because me and him are very much alike, and I'm going to show you why we just alike. The difference between me and him is this. As he criticizes the Rolex, right? And he talks about me mentoring and how I'm making money on YouTube. He's doing the same thing. And it's not that it's bad what he's doing, is that he don't like the fact that I'm better at what he do than him. Don't worry about it. We're going to get there.
Listen, if it's active income that you've mentored that person to make, and it's not passive income, what good is it? What good is it if I make 7 figures a year, active income, and I have no assets, no income producing assets, passive income producing assets? It does me no good, because guess what? I got to trade time for money in order to get that 7-figure check. And as soon as I can't trade time for money anymore, guess what? That 7-figure check is gone. So active income, guys, is cool, but it's not financial freedom. Financial freedom is about assets that actually generate income, AKA passive income. That's freedom. When I can wake up in the morning, get up and do anything I want to do and don't have to worry about money. I don't have to go trade any time in order to get a paycheck. See, that's financial freedom because that's based around passive income.
Okay.
And if you got the passive income, then you get to do whatever you want to do. If you want to go take a first-class flight, like that's balling out of control or something, who can't take a first-class flight? It ain't no big deal. If that's important to you, go do it. If you flashing a Rolex in front of your audience is important to you, go do it. No problem. Who cares? Because see, I know the trap that the 1% have set for us. And that's the trap right there. Talking about you taking first class trips, talking about your Rolex watch, talking about your new car, talking about your this, your that, or that. That's all you talking about. That's the trap. See, that's the trap. Get you all caught up in this superficial stuff, this materialistic stuff. And the only thing you want to do is go out and do what? Have that same lifestyle. Oh, shoot. My favorite YouTuber said he never flies other than first class. Well, hey, I got to fly first class too then. If I'm going to be successful, I got to fly first class. That's bull crap, man. That's bull crap. I get on the plane at the cheapest seat I can get. That's right. And guess what? Those people up there in first class, guess what? I'm going to get to the destination at the same time they get there. They might get off the plane a little quicker than me, but I'm okay with that. I'm a patient guy.
Let's stop here for a second. We're going to come back to this point. This is 9 minutes and 8 seconds into a 14-minute video, right? Let me rewind for a second before we get into the deep, dark part of the internet. I want to share something with you guys really quickly because I didn't teach myself how to market myself on the internet the way that I'm doing it. All of the game that I share with you guys inside of the Patreon and the Bag Chasers and the Rolexes, I got a Rolex watch. I got about 8 of them. No worries about it. And the cars and the Porsches and the Mercedes and all of that stuff and the flights and the $30,000 Delta One flights, because that's not a first class flight. That's Delta One. It's $30,000. It was difference, right? But I didn't teach myself this, right? A lot of you are familiar with my background, and when I came to the internet, I was having conversations about leveling up and documenting my life and showing you how to open up restaurants. I've been the same the whole way, and then I caught a couple viral videos when it came to my urban exploration and my lifestyle and the gambling, like all of that other type of stuff, right? And again, I'm going to keep it above board. I'm not going to attack him personally. The only thing that I'm going to do is I want to have a conversation about truth. That's it. That's all I want to understand. He's saying this stuff about me, right? And I'm going to read the super chat shortly. Don't worry. We love our super chats over here. He's saying this stuff about me, but I want to present to you Exhibit A before we come back to this video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call Richard Fain's YouTube channel. Now, on the outset, it would lead you to believe that he don't care nothing about the luxury goods and the Rolex watches and the cars and the first class flights, right? And if you look at this, it says, cool, just videos. And we're going to scroll down and we can look at it and it's awesome, right? But if you go to older, let's go to oldest. Every fucking video that he has on here is about his cars. This one specifically is the holy trinity of BMW, Audi, Porsche that's sitting in his garage. Oh, don't worry. Rich, we remember when you used to make your videos inside of your garage with your cars behind you in order to show it to the people. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. He's buying a 458 Italia Ferrari. Wait a minute, Rich. You don't care about flying a first class flight because you're going to get there the same as everybody else. But what about when you're driving to the destination that everybody else is driving to? What about when you're driving to the destination that you're driving to? Do you care about how you get there, or only does it matter whether or not you drive a Toyota? Just curious before we listen. I don't know if he remembered the videos that he used to make in Range Rover SVR versus his 458 Italia Rev battle, right? When he used to make the videos 5 and 7 years ago, the same way the car in his garage. Oh, wait a fucking minute. Here's why Rolex prices have skyrocketed. What? Rich, you buying Rolexes now? Say it ain't so. You bought an Omega Seamaster like me? A new acquisition. Wait. You talking about the same person that was just criticizing me for wearing a Rolex and people wanting to be it? You telling me you led with your stuff in order to create a platform, but you're sitting here as a hypocrite telling the people how I got started collecting Rolex watches, one of the last unpolished subs, Seamasters, Omegas, my watch collection, my Porsches, my cars. Where is all of the financial information in the beginning of your journey on YouTube where you were talking about how that doesn't matter? This is the only thing that matters, is making sure that you don't listen to people that show their stuff in order to advertise whether or not they're a viable asset to you. Did Rich just not hold me accountable for the very same thing that he started his YouTube journey with? I mean, every single video is houses, cars, Rolexes, 5 things to know about my luxury watches, brand new Rolex, all of the watches, all of the cars, the trifectas, the Ferraris, the Corvettes, the Lamborghinis. Look at what good debt versus bad debt can buy you. Mercedes just gave me this new car. This is what I made. All of this other money. I'm making this video inside of my garage. Look at what's in my background. Over 750,000 in. Come on, man. Come on, man. So you learn how to market yourself more effectively. And this is the thing that you've been showing people. And I'm not really sure if you wanted to remove this, because I know that you still make passive residual income from your old videos. But let's be clear here. Richard Fain's entire portfolio in the beginning of his YouTube journey, before he started walking down the street with no mustache on, was very much the exact same thing that I show you on a daily basis. I'm not presenting to you anything that he's not sharing with y'all. I'm not presenting to you anything and guess what? And guess what? Oh, don't worry about it. You'll see it. You'll see it. I'm never going to say anything negative about Rich personally, but I am going to share with you, how can you then criticize the very thing that you are? How can you hold me accountable, or for people paying attention to the stuff that I have, when that's the very same thing that you promoted? If that's not hypocritical, I don't know what is. So Richard Fain, let's go back to the original video really quickly, because we're going to get there. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Let's go back to the 9-minute mark to hear the rest of what he said, because we don't want to take anything out of context. We want to be very, very careful about what we say. Let's play the rest of it.
But we're going to get to the destination at the same time. And guess what? I'm going to get in there and I'm going to sleep anyways. Right? So whatever little perks the first class people get, come on, man. Is it worth me playing 3 or 4 times for the same ticket to get to the same destination at the same time? No.
Interesting. Interesting. Maybe we should all just get Toyotas while we at it too, huh?
But it's whatever is important to you. If that's your financial freedom, then build your assets, generate some passive income, and fly all over the world first class if you want to. But you got to understand, these folks you're out here listening to, there's a fine line between being confident and being narcissistic. It's a fine line, guys. And again, your clicks, your Patreon, your super chats, that's what's taking care of these people, man. Not assets, not passive income. No, they're active income, because they got to get up every day and they got to put on their show. They got to put on their video. They got to put on their TikTok. They got to put on their Instagram. And again, guys, I ain't knocking it. I'm just telling you that shouldn't be your reality, right? What you should be trying to glean from these people, if they are giving you the right information, is how do I build assets? How do I get myself out of this rat race? How do I get myself off this hamster wheel? I don't care about no Rolex. I don't care about first class plane tickets. I don't care about being able to pay for your car cash and all this crap if you ain't got no assets to take care of you. What good is me being debt free if I don't have assets that actually generate income to take care of me? It means nothing. All I'm telling you guys is get your priorities straight. Whoever these people you're listening to, make sure that's all you're doing. Listening, taking nuggets, and then go get your own plan together. Don't go off of somebody else's plan, because 9 out of 10 times it don't work for you. You got to create your own plan, right? The plan I recommend you consider is doing what? Taking your active income. Whoever paying you, I don't care if it's an employer, I don't care if it's your own business. Take that income. Delay gratification. Forget the Rolex watch. Forget the first class plane trips. Forget all that crap. Take that income and start buying assets, real estate for income.
Now, I think we've got the gist of everything, right? All right, so let's get to it. Let's deep dive into it. Richard Fain says that the key to success is passive income. The key to success, as I've presented to you, Exhibit A, is passive income, right? Now, Richard is also saying that he's in a space to where he can make the type of money and he don't have to do nothing. He wake up every day, Black and a Hellcat. I love that you approve the message. He wake up every day. He do what he want to do when he want to do it. And he had built enough passive income so that he don't even really care about YouTube, right? Right? Not a big deal. He do this for fun. This is fun money. This ain't nothing that he actually care about. He got his money. He got his money out here in the streets from whatever it is that he did from an investment perspective. That's how he lived his life. Right? Right? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to the game that I give you on a regular basis. Listen to Rich, because Rich is going to teach you that financial freedom is passive income, not active income, right? Never mind all of the billionaires are still working today. Never mind the Elon Musk. Never mind the fact that Warren Buffett is still working at 90. Never mind the Bill Gates. Never mind Steve Harvey is literally a 100 millionaire. Jay-Z still working. Beyonce still on tour. So it doesn't matter the fact that all of these people are working because they find purpose, but then they're being rewarded accordingly based off of the talent and the level of insight or whatever entertainment that they give to the people. The only thing that matters is the fact that we're just trying to get passive income, and that Rich here, who started YouTube 7-8 years ago, already had it in the bag before he ever even came to y'all and started talking to y'all about money in the first place, or before he started buying his 458 Italia and his Porsches and his BMWs and his Rolex watches and his real estate and all of this stuff, right? So Rich is presenting to us that we are not there yet, but he was already there when he started giving you the game on how it is that you can get to passive income to get financial freedom. Awesome. Now, this video isn't even that old. This was also courtesy of Richard Fain, right? Richard is going to break down how much he made in the NFL and then what it is that he makes from a YouTube.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. If you want 2 free stocks, Webull is going to give you 2 free stocks when you open.
While this motherfucker is pitching Webull, He telling you don't go to nowhere else or whatever. Don't do this, don't do that. Passive income. Every day for the last 3 to 4 years, this motherfucker has been pitching Weeble and 2 free stocks. Every day, Rich pitch you Weeble, which is fine. But it's not the pot calling the kettle black. Is that passive income? Or is that you actually working your ass off every day in order to make sure that you get whatever it is that the terms is that they made sure that they paying you on a regular basis in order to make sure that they fill your coffers with more money? Okay, cool. 2 free stocks from Weeble. Make sure that y'all use Richard Fain's code, Richard Fain 38 on Weeble in order to get your 2 free stocks. All right, let's continue.
New Weeble brokerage account, put at least 1 penny in that brokerage account. They're going to give you 2 free stocks valued up to $3,300. So after this video, I want you to go to the description box of the video. Click on that Weeble link. Open up your new brokerage account today. Put you at least 1 penny in it.
Now, Rich is still pitching this to this day. All right. Just want to make sure that we all understand exactly what passive income is. But let me go ahead and get past this.
Subscribers who don't know me very well, I played 3 years in the National Football League. I was drafted in 1991 by the Cincinnati Bengals, and I played through the 1993 season.
Richard is 55 years old today. As of today, according to Google, Richard is 55 years old. I'm 41. Richard has 14 years. He is supposed to be my own G. When Richard was 14 years old, probably busting down some chick in high school, I was just a twinkle in my father's eye. I was just a twinkle. Rich was born in the 60s. Rich was born in the 60s, y'all. He played in the NFL for 3 years. I'm going to let him tell his story, not me. You can hear it.
I actually got signed by the Washington Redskins in 1994, but unfortunately, I didn't make the team. So I came back home and I got into banking. So how much money did I make in my 3 short years in the NFL? First thing I want you guys to understand is the average time a person like myself plays in the NFL is about 3 to 3.5 years. So most of us, I would say probably 90% of the people that you see playing in the NFL are only going to play up to about 3 to 3.5 years. So not a long career, relatively short career when you think about careers in general, right?
Which is the thing that I preach on a regular basis, but let's continue.
So in 1991, when I got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals, I made about $100,000. Now in 1992, I went to the Chicago Bears. And in 92, I made $225,000 with the Chicago Bears that year, which was my highest salary that I made in my 3 years playing in the NFL. Now, my 3rd year, I was with the Chicago Bears as well. But unfortunately, I got hurt in preseason. I blew my ankle out pretty bad, which ultimately ended my career early. But in that year, since I did not play in any games, the Bears were only required to pay me a certain amount of money, which was about $100,000. And of course, it's a business. They exercised that option, and that's what they paid me. Now, my 3 years in the NFL were great, guys. But you know, if you follow my story, I blew through that money. Didn't last very long because why? I did not have any financial education or financial literacy, right? So
does that not sound very familiar but very different? Because see, me and Rich are very similar. He just don't want to admit it. I got money early in my life. Back when I was 18 years old, 19 years old, I was in a plant. He was in the NFL, but we made the same money. Not adjusted for inflation, but in a general sense. I made about $125,000 a year in the year 2021. Rich was making $100,000 a year in 1991. Okay, remember, this is my OG. I want to make sure that we are different so that our messages hit different, even though we've been preaching the same thing, even though he came into the game promoting his cars, his Rolex watches, his lifestyle, what it is that he's doing for a living. Rich made $400,000 plus in the first 3 years, and he was famous too because he played in the NFL. Let's continue.
I just thought the money would come forever. Unfortunately, it didn't. So
And
that's
we
how
both-
much I made in the NFL, guys. About $425,000 was what I made in my 3 years in the NFL.
Cool. Question. Can you relate more to me or can you relate more to Rich? Can you relate more to me in the beginning of this story or can you relate more to Rich? I just wanted to add the context before we started to get into his story based off of what he's sharing, not based off of anything other than that. Let's continue.
Now let's move on to YouTube.
We'll get there,
Now, when
DK.
I originally started my YouTube channel, which was in 2015, I was in the
2015 is 8 years ago. Okay, we there.
banking industry. I was doing it very, very well. I was making a six-figure salary. I had built my wealth over a 20 to 25 year period, and I was on cruise control.
Richard Fain, 8 years ago, 55 minus 8 is 47. I know I'm a C student, but I want to make sure that I got my math correctly. I'm 41. Because see, what Rich don't know about me is that I retired at 37. Yeah. I retired from corporate America and made my bones the same. See, Richard was in banking. I was in banking. Richard was in banking. I was in banking. But instead of Rich retiring at 37, at least up until 47, Rich was still working a regular fucking job, making six figures similar to the same shit we see every single day. I retired at 37 years old. I had enough money to be able to last me for the rest of my life. And it's documented on YouTube, and I show my receipts. Rich was still working his ass off at 47 years old while he's still telling y'all about what financial freedom is. That's not to say that he wasn't a high value man. That's not to say that he wasn't productive. That means to tell you that at 55 years old, and him having a conversation about what it is that he started his YouTube journey in order to have some passive income to help him retire at 55, at 47, he's telling you right now that he was working his motherfucking ass off. He had a regular job. He was working his ass off. He'd been working his ass off his entire life. That's a fact. Let's continue.
I was looking for a way to connect with people through my cars. You guys know I own some pretty nice cars.
What? Let's fast forward. We're not even going to go into that. I don't want to go through all of the talking and all of the, let's just get to it.
Share with people what I've done. Now, I'm going to start uploading 1 or 2 videos a week just based around financial education, financial literacy. Be a little bit more consistent with this. But to put me in a financial videos, maybe asking in the comment section, hey man, 2018, I ignored it. I just continued to make little car videos, maybe 5, 10, 15 videos a year. And that was sort of my little outlet, my little hobby. But in 2018, that changed. I decided, hey, why not share with people what I've done in real estate, stock market, additional streams of income, those types of things.
Okay.
And in 2019, I decided, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more consistent with this. Now, I'm going to start uploading 1 or 2 videos a week just based around.
Right around the pandemic, Rich still had a job. Wait. So you was 55, 2019, 4. So at 51 years old, Rich was still working and banking. Rich was still working at 55 years old and banking. At 51 years old, you were still getting it. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. At 51, you was looking for some additional passive income or an additional job in order to monetize your hobby in order to continue to get to the bag. In your 50s, how can you criticize other people when you, according to your own definition of what financial freedom was not living it? So you're holding somebody else accountable for something that you didn't do. Okay, let's continue.
Financial education, financial literacy type things, personal finance type videos. So I started and I committed to that in 2019. I would go to work on my lunch break. I would get in my car, shoot my video, get home at night, edit it, and then like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I'd put it up on YouTube.
So you worked your ass off. So you created content right after you got off of work. You went to your car, you hustled, grind, and you worked till 9 o'clock at night. So he was in the office at 8, and all the way till 9 o'clock at night, you was busting your ass because you seen the opportunity that came along with content creation. Okay. So you working in your 50s, hard as fuck, because you want even more than whatever it is that you got. Not saying that you don't have anything, because you had the cars and the Rolexes or whatever, but you was going forward. You seen an opportunity, you seen an opening, and you took advantage of it, and you leveraged the fact that you did already build an audience with your cars in order to then get into the financial space. Okay, I got you, Rich. Let's continue.
And from that point, I started thinking, you know something, this YouTube thing, I'm ready to get out of banking anyways. I've done my time in banking. I built my wealth. I can afford to leave banking and try this YouTube thing.
Okay.
Now, I knew if the YouTube thing didn't
Does that not sound similar? Okay, we'll get into it.
work out, I had a skill set as a commercial banker that I could always go back to banking if that's what I chose to do.
He knew that he had a skill set that if YouTube didn't work out, that he could always go back to banking. He had a job and a skill set that at 50 plus years old, he could take a chance to go full time into content creation because he was making his 6 figures at his job, to where if it didn't work out, then he could always go back to whatever it is that he did for a living because he has something to fall back on. What's the difference? What's the difference? You know what the difference is? The age. That's it. He's 14 years older, and I did it a little bit before him. That's it. It's nothing wrong with what he's saying. It's nothing wrong with what he's doing. It's nothing wrong with any of that. The thing that's wrong is the hypocritical nature by which you criticize other people for, but you were still dependent on a regular job at 50 plus years old while still talking to people about how they can passively invest and still have financial freedom. What the fuck is the difference? What's the difference? You was hoping that YouTube worked out so that it can retire you.
But I said, you know something? Let me try this YouTube thing out full time. So at the end of 2019, I quit my job, 6-figure income, went to 0 income. And in January 2020, I started making YouTube videos full time. The reason I tell you guys that is because, I didn't know if YouTube would work financially for me or not, but I knew I had to take the opportunity, right? I knew the only other option I had was to go back to banking, or I could be a full-time real estate investor and all that kind of stuff. But
the only other option that I had was to go back to full-time banking. This is word for word in his words. The only other option that I had, he didn't say he had businesses. He didn't say he was going to depend on passive income in order for him to be able to live his lifestyle and maintain his financial freedom like he criticizing other people for. He didn't say any of that shit. He said the only other option, or maybe I could have been a real estate agent, not owner, not landlord, not none of that. The only other option that I had, if this did not work out, was I could go back to my regular job and make sure that I had good relationships just in case this shit didn't work out. Hypocritical much? In his words, not mine's, in his words.
that's not really where my passion was. My passion really was with how can I help people attain,
in his words,
their financial freedom, right? So I started making these videos in 2020 full time, and the channel started growing. So in 2020, I made from the YouTube channel, I made $135,000 in 2020. I made less than the money I was making in banking.
Let me give Richard a round of applause for getting it on YouTube. Let me give Richard a round of applause for getting to the bag on YouTube. It hit. He won. He made 100,000+, and that probably gave him the incentive that he needed to push to finally quit his job. But that's not passive. That's not financial freedom, according to him. Congratulations, Rich. I am so proud of you. I want you to keep winning at the highest level, but that's not passive. You finally got the push to be able to quit your job. Congratulations. You live in a dream that everybody else wants to live, but it is not a reflection of the thing that you're advocating for.
But I didn't let that bother me because I knew I was on to something. So I continued in 2021. I said, 2021 is going to be a bigger year than it was in 2020. Now,
so just 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, just 2 to 3 years ago, Richard decided to get out of banking, to get out of working his regular, everyday job. Just 2-3 years ago, which is great. It's fine. But why are we sitting here acting like you doing something that's any different than any of the people that you criticized? Hypocritical much? Hypocritical much? Okay, we'll get there.
Now, from the YouTube channel, I had 3 streams of revenue. I have what they call YouTube AdSense, which is where I put up a video and YouTube runs ads on that video, and they pay me 55% of the revenue. They keep 45%. So
congratulations.
They call that ad revenue. The other way I make money off the YouTube channel is through affiliate marketing.
Wait. You telling me that this man affiliate markets, meaning he's depending on the people in order to click those affiliate links in order for him to make some additional income? Wow. Wow. If it's not for the people, where will Rich be?
Where I drop affiliate links in the description box of my video, and that will drive revenue for the channel as well, because people click on that link and then I get a referral fee from whoever the company is that I'm referring you guys to.
And let us applaud Rich for his transparency. I think that is awesome.
The third way I make money from the YouTube channel is through RF Financial Consulting, which is my financial mentoring and coaching company.
Wait, Rich, are you telling me that you selling coaching sessions too? Wait. That's not passive income. That's not. Hold on. That's not passive. Nothing that I hear in this conversation is passive. Not one thing that I hear at 53, 52 years old, now he's 55, nothing that I hear right now is fucking passive. He's doing Rich said, book a coaching session. Book a coach. I'm gonna give you a leg up, Rich. Hey, make sure y'all book a coaching session with RF Financial Consulting. He will make sure that he teaches you how to retire before he did in his mid-50s. Let's continue. Go ahead, Rich.
So those are my 3 ways I make money from my YouTube channel. Now let's start with RF Financial Consulting. How much money did I make in 2021 from that company? I actually made about $75,000 in.
Wait a minute. Not working your ass off in 2000, and I'm sure he's making more now. Not him working his ass off for RF Financial Consulting and getting an additional $75,000 a year.
Revenue or income from the mentoring
I gotta sit up for this
and coaching sessions that I do. And all of those sessions.
Mentoring and coaching sessions. Okay, Rich, I got you.
Are referrals from the YouTube channel. So when I put these videos up, you'll notice in the end of every video, I always have a little commercial I do, and I call it a sponsored commercial for my company, where I say, hey guys, this is what I do in my company. If you're interested, there's an email address in the description box. Email me and let's talk about whether I'm a right fit for you. So from that little 30-second homemade commercial, I generated $75,000 in income.
Wow.
RF Financial Consulting. I don't advertise anywhere else because I don't want to advertise anywhere else. I want to make this manageable for me because I don't want to be hiring a bunch of people or contracting out the mentoring and coaching. I want to do it myself. So I manage it and I only talk about it on the YouTube channel. The second largest revenue stream that I have coming from the YouTube channel is the affiliate marketing or the affiliate links. And in 2021, I made $200,000 from the affiliate links. Again, these are companies that I have shared with you guys, and you have been gracious enough to try these companies out and I was paid a referral fee in order to do that. So
if I learned the game from anybody, it's Rich Fain. If I learned the game from anybody, it's from our OGs. If I learned the game from anybody, listen. Let me tell y'all this before we deep dive into this, before we finish this segment to the show, because I told y'all this was gonna be a longer show today. Let me say this. This is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. I'ma wait. I'ma see how this plays out. Cause we could do this all year long. It could go way left or it can go way right. My plan is for this to be the last time that I talk about this because I don't fuck with any of these motherfuckers no more, bro. I don't trust them. I don't want to collaborate. I don't want to kick it. I'm about to literally unsend my Instagram message right now. I'm about to literally unsend my Instagram message right now. Man, I don't fuck with these people, bro. I can't stand these capping, fake, hypocritical, I want to be friends with everybody. I ain't throwing no shade at everybody, but fuck these motherfuckers that's wearing a Rolex. Meanwhile, this motherfucker wearing a Rolex. He wearing a Rolex. He driving an exotic car. He doing the same thing.
So that's the second revenue source that I generate from the YouTube channel. Now, the biggest revenue source I generate from the YouTube channel is the ad revenue that's generated by
working his ass off,
or the ads that YouTube
working his ass off
that you guys watch. I made in 2021, I made $250,000 on the YouTube channel from the ad revenue. So if you total all my revenue together for 2021 from the YouTube channel, it's about $525,000, somewhere in that neighborhood, right? So made $500,000 in 1 year.
Rich made $500,000 off of YouTube and one YouTube related income in 1 year. That's why he's sitting there walking through his neighborhood, and that's why he don't miss one day. He don't miss a day of uploading. Rich uploads at least, he does videos every single day. He don't miss ever, which is a good thing. And I preach and teach consistency, but if it's not the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know what is.
On the YouTube channel, which was more than what I made in the NFL in 3 years, right? Because I made about $425 in the NFL in my 3 short years there, and I made over $500,000
nice, Rich.
on the YouTube channel.
Nice.
Now, I know some of you analytical guys are going to say, hey, you didn't adjust that for the cost of living, and you played in 1991 through 1993, so if you adjust that for the cost of living for 2021, it would be more. Probably you're right.
I'm gonna read I'm gonna read the super chats of the people that support me right after this.
So I'm not gonna spend time trying to run all those numbers. If you want to, fine. I just wanted to show you the power of taking a skill.
Thank you, Rich.
Like information, and then sharing it with people, helping people solve problems, and you can make a pretty dang on good living. Now, $500,000 is probably not a lot of money to you guys. Some of you guys is probably a lot of money. But here's the deal. I made that type of money working about 10 to 15 hours a week. I control all of my time.
No, you don't.
Right? See, I don't have to trade a lot of time to make money.
Then that's not, you control your time, but that's not passive. That's active. Remember, Rich? According to your definition, that's active income.
I trade 10 to 15 hours a week, and I made $500,000. And I control my own time. I control my own financial destiny, right? So what I'm telling you is if you have a skill set and you feel like, I want to make some money with it, think about this YouTube thing, man.
Yeah.
Now, it ain't for everybody. I get it.
Think about this YouTube thing, man.
But I didn't think it was for me either.
Okay.
Until I tried.
Yeah.
Until I made a commitment to stick
and you
to
retired
it.
off
and
of it too.
Worked out for me. I think 2022 is going to even be bigger for me, guys.
2022 is going to be a bigger year for him.
Because in 2022, I'm going to be doing some real sponsorships with companies. And I'm going to get these financial courses out. I know I've been talking about that.
Not courses. Oh, snap. So wait. I didn't even see this part. Honestly, I had cut the video off when I was reviewing this in order to be. I was so excited that I had to cut the video off at this point. Not this motherfucker selling courses too. I'm gonna get you guys some courses. One thing about me, you ain't never gonna see one, and I don't have a problem with people that sell courses. But god damn it, Rich, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This motherfucker is trying to take the Jay Morrison course. And this motherfucker is developing courses. He's developing courses, but he's sitting here. I can't. Yo, the hypocritical nature in these people is insane. Insane, y'all. Come on, man. Come on, man. Is this y'all hero? This is what y'all want to do. This is the path we want to go down. Okay, let's continue.
That since 2021 and did not make the move. But this year in 2022, I will be adding the financial courses and I will be doing some larger sponsorships with companies, right? So that's going to add another couple of revenue streams to the YouTube revenue in 2022. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think about me making more on YouTube in 1 year than I made in my 3 years in the NFL. If you haven't gotten those 2 free stocks from Webull, click on that link down in the description box. Open up your new Webull account today, put 1 penny in it, get your 2 free stocks valued up to $3,300.
Check this out. This is the last thing that I'm gonna share for today. I'm gonna hold all of my other ammunition and I'm gonna set that aside for a little bit, right? Because I don't want no problems. I'm never going to personally criticize him. This is Richard Fain 5 months ago, ladies and gentlemen, with his new house. This is Richard Fain 5 months ago with his new house. I'm going to fast forward to a specific part in it because it's something I just want to show y'all. I just want to highlight one thing, y'all.
What's up, guys?
One part of this I want to highlight. Let me see if I can get to it. Now remember, this is the guy that's talking about financial freedom. Passive income. Passive income, y'all. It's only one part I want to share with this.
They're going to want you to at least put 10% down. But in my situation, since it was a larger loan, it was a $1 million loan, they call that a jumbo loan, I put down more money, which I was more than okay to do. So I got a loan through the credit union, 4.5% interest rate, 30-year amortization. So
this motherfucker have a 30-year mortgage. If he don't accelerate his payments, it's a possibility that he won't have that house paid off until he's 85 years old. He have a 30-year mortgage as he's explaining to you what financial freedom is. Listen, he's paying a mortgage. He has a mortgage payment. A 30-year mortgage. I have no mortgages. I have no homes that I have a mortgage for. It's a difference. See, we very similar, but in a lot of ways in our philosophies and the things that we teach and the reason that we do the things that we do is different. Different. I don't advocate for y'all to do this. He's using his YouTube money and alleged financial freedom that obviously he quit his job for in his 50s in order to buy his dream house. Now, congratulations. Congratulations. I think that this is beautiful. I think he can do whatever it is that he want to do. But let's be clear. He has a mortgage that he's giving interest payments over to the bank while he's having a conversation with y'all about financial freedom. Make it make sense. But he wants me to convince you guys not to shoot for wealth. Not to shoot for wealth. He don't own that home. The bank owns his home. He has equity into that property, depending on what the market is saying, he does not own the home. The bank owns the home. He pays a mortgage like every other motherfucking citizen. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is the same thing that these banks continue to preach to you. Why they continue to tell you about good credit? Because it's the gamification that then allows for you to continue to take on debt to make the banks rich. What I preach is circling money within your community and lowering your lifestyle so that you can then increase your assets, which is similar but not the same that Rich preaches, in order to build wealth, and then you hand that down over into your descendants. I don't teach what he teaches. I live it. I live it. I don't even just tell you how much I make. I show you my bank accounts. I show you my W-2s. I show you my brokerage accounts. I show you what it is that I get from YouTube. I don't play no games. And so then let me play a little bit more.
What does that mean? That means my payment is based on a 30-year loan at 4.5% fixed, even though my loan is not fixed at 4.5% for 30 years, but that's my loan term and that's my amortization. So that's what my payment is based on. And with a 4.5% interest rate, $1 million loan amount, 30-year amortization, my payment is roughly $5,035 per month. So I'm paying over $5,000 principal and interest. In my loan, my taxes and my insurance are not escrowed. And the reason they're not escrowed is because I put more than 20% down on the purchase of this property. And I also told my lender I did not want escrows.
He told his lender, I don't teach lenders. I don't teach being a borrower. I don't teach being a borrower. That's a fact. If you have to borrow, that's cool. Did he get his dream house? Awesome. Did he do anything wrong as a result of it? Absolutely not. I'm just telling you that it's hypocritical for him to sit here and have a conversation about financial freedom and then to ignore what it is that we're preaching about wealth as though it's a bad thing. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite. You see this? I'm going to use this as the cover photo for this when I clip it up. I'm going to use this as a cover photo. This scene right here, I'm using it as a cover photo for when I clip this up. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't start doing this passive aggressive bullshit. Don't tempt me. Don't test me. Don't keep talking to your audience about me. Leave me out of your conversations unless you want it to go. Because listen, I'm going to meet you with whatever energy that you have. You started this conversation. I'm not trying to stop you. I don't want you to lose. I want you to get all of the money, make everything that you can on YouTube, continue to live your life of whatever it is that you identify that financial freedom is, but make your motherfucking videos and stay out of my way, man. Make your motherfucking videos and stay out of my way, man. Don't sit here and talk that junk to me, man, because I don't got no respect for y'all. I don't have no respect for you, bro, at all. I don't care nothing about what y'all talking about. I think that the OGs of yesteryear continue to be hypocrites and they fell in the community. And I don't care nothing about y'all, bro. Listen, I tried being friends. I tried being nice. I tried to say people, Rich is a good guy. He just got bad timing and all of this other type of stuff. Now you feeling some type of way? Cool. Get that hoe up out of you, bro. Real talk. Get that hoe up out of you. Get that femininity, that female nature up out of you. Don't get mad because a dude is coming up behind you. I celebrate my guy. You ain't never seen me. When I see the Stephens codes and when we talk on the phone or whatever, and I say, bro, you younger than me, you getting it faster than me, you gonna be way bigger than me. I celebrate people, bro. Ain't nobody got, I don't care nothing about no handout. Ain't nobody got no hand. I ain't worried about that. I celebrate the younger people. I celebrate when they winning. I don't try to prevent them or try to tear them down or nothing like that. We just, when I see another dude that's doing the same thing or it's in the same lane as me, man, I got mines. I'm winning. Why would I try to prevent you from being successful or tell people to hate? Man, come on, man. That passive aggressive bullshit, that's weak. That's that whole energy, bro. Get that up out of you, fam. Let me play a little bit more, and then we're gonna go over to the next thing.
Some people need escrows because with escrows, they take a little bit of money each month for your taxes and your insurance, and then the lender pays those items for you on a yearly basis. I didn't need help with that. And since I'm a seasoned borrower and I'm credit worthy,
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Come on, bro.
the lender was fine with waiving that requirement for me. And I was cool with that. Now, my taxes and my insurance and my HOA fees are gonna total about $2,300 per month. So if you add my principal and interest, which is $5,035 roughly, and you add my taxes, insurance, and HOA, that's another $2,300 per month. So total, altogether, I'm in that little bit under $7,400 per month, all in principal, interest, taxes, insurance, HOA. That's where my real payment is when you talk about this new dream home of mine.
This motherfucking paying HOA fees. Man, I'm done with this guy. I'm done. Your OGs, they want you to do okay under them, but they just don't want you to do better than them. They feel some type of way when you start to be successful too. When I push my people and I say, hey, let's work fucking hard. Let's get to it. Let's run it up. Let's get this bag. Work hard. Let me put a cap on this like this. Let me bless y'all like this, all right? If you take the method that Rich is giving you and you work your ass off till you 70, you might have what he would define as financial freedom. You need a bigger shovel, fam. You need a bigger shovel. You not gonna make $60,000 a year and then achieve some level of passive fucking income by being able to save your way up to $3 million. You need a bigger shovel. You need a better skill set. You need investment, insight. You need to be doing all of the things and hitting on every single cylinder because the world is competing against you and you not gonna get there. You got kids, you got bills, inflation, rent is going up. You can't even keep up with the rate of inflation. You got to pay for food every fucking day. You got to fucking make sure that you fund your 401k. And that's $23,000, $22,500, $23,000 a year next year going up. You got to continue to get a different skill set in order to not be outdated because AI and all of this other type of stuff. Man, I'm going to be for real with you, bro. You can't get there the way that he's telling you to get there. That's the truth. You can't get there by making $60,000, $75,000, $80,000 a year and thinking that you're just going to get there. You not. You got to do a multiple different things in order to really be able to make it. And you're going to have to stay down for an extended period of time like that motherfucker did, like I did, in order to really be able to get there. That's the truth. You're going to have to make the sacrifice, lower your standard of living, prevent yourself from continuing to borrow. Don't get no credit cards. Don't do the things that's the worst for you. Don't have no self-inflicted wounds. Make as much money as you can. Prevent yourself from having to take out loans, student loans, go into the right STEM fields. Make an informed decision. Invest in yourself. Don't make sure that you don't get finessed by any women and all of this other types. So there's a lifestyle that comes along with this. There's so many different factors that come along with it. But I'm going to just tell you, you saving $5,000, $10,000 in order to invest in your business or your passive income ain't gonna get it. That's a fact, though. Do it. And then tell me in 30 years whether or not you can afford your mortgage that you're still paying for at 55 years old. No, you're going to have to make more money. You're going to have to hustle. You're going to have to grind. And so I live it. I'm a reflection of it. Yes, I retired at 37 years old. Yes, I was able to walk away from corporate America, but I decided that I didn't want that anymore because there was more for me to have. There was more to me to give. I wanted even more money. I wanted even more income. I wanted to make even more investments. I started looking at it based off of what is your net worth and how does that translate into you being able to fund other people's businesses and add value into their life and then travel over into their location and then coach them up and all of this other type of stuff. Man, let me be for real with you, bro. You need a bigger bag, flat out. And no, I don't get donations. I get motherfuckers that hold me down. You ain't never heard me ask for a Cash App. You ain't never heard me ask for a super chat. And the value that you get as a result of continuing to rock with me, including the fact that I fly to your cities and I fund my people's businesses, that's not a donation. That's people seeing value in the information that I give them every day for free. And then they decide that they want to contribute over into the platform on their own being. Ain't never asked for a Patreon, a super chat, out of just anything. Just, hey, just support me just because you want to make sure you support. I add value into you first. And then I say, if this is something that you want to continue to do, then go over here and join the Bag Chasers. I ain't never asked for a super chat ever in my life. But just because people see value in what I'm doing, I think I should be rewarded for it. I think I should be compensated for my time. And I don't do it the same way as everybody else. And so I give the game as to how it is that I do it so other people can leverage that information also. I don't understand. I don't understand what the problem is. What's wrong with working? What's wrong with grinding? What's wrong with pushing? What's wrong with hustling? Every single day, the people that's in my Bag Chasers come to me and they say, yo, Anton, I've doubled my income. I've tripled my income. It's a fact. Let me get these dusty motherfuckers up out of here. Ball on your mama head, bitch. You need a bigger shovel, fam. Need a bigger shovel. So I'm going to leave it at that.